If you're new here, I'm Vanessa. I'm originally from Germany, and 1.5 years ago, I made a decision to leave Germany and move to Crete in Greece. And now we're living as a co-parenting international couple here in a very small Greek village close to Chania on Crete. Because I met my partner last year and everything went very quickly with us, so we decided to create our own YouTube channel here. We live unscripted, where we sharing our authentic daily life with you. So why I am talking about this today? Because I experienced both systems, both mentalities, both cultures, and not as a tourist, as someone who really lived in Germany, worked there of course, raised a child there, and now we do the same on this Greek island. And in this video, I will not compare the countries because one is better than the other one. It's just our, or my here in this case, personal experience to show you a little bit the differences between Germany and Greece living. Especially for those who maybe think about moving abroad or, raising a child in a different culture. So here is what life in Greece feels like compared to Germany from my perspective. Number 1. Structure versus siga. Growing up in Germany, everything runs on systems, structure, punctuality. Appointments are scheduled weeks in advance, things are organized, you show up on time, processes are clear. There's a sense of security in that structure. In Greece it feels different. There's a saying, "Ό,τι δεν γίνεται σήμερα γίνεται αύριο." What doesn't get done today will be done tomorrow. Or never. And of course the mentality siga, that means slowly. At first that mentality can feel chaotic if you're used to German efficiency, but over time I realized something. Here people often prioritize humans over schedules. In Germany the system works first. In Greece the relationships work first, and that changes everything for me. Healthcare, the unexpected difference. A lot of people assume healthcare in Southern Europe isn't great. Honestly, that was a concern for me before moving, but our experience here in the last 1.5 years in Greece has been incredibly positive. Appointments are fast, doctors often study abroad in Germany, the UK, the US. Clinics are modern, beautiful designed. An X-ray, for example, cost me €25. An MRI was affordable. You couldn't imagine that in Germany. We have private health insurance that reacts quickly, but there's also free public health centers available. In Germany, we often waited weeks or months for specialists. Here, when something is urgent, people act immediately. It completely changed my perspective. Number 3, school system and pressure. Now, I can't speak about the public system here because I consciously chose a bilingual private school for Levi, and that decision made a huge difference. In Germany, Levi experienced a lot of pressure already in first grade. There was structure, expectations, stress, and teachers who seemed overwhelmed. Here in Crete, his school feels like a small family. Small classes, personal attention, less pressure, and he's learning so much, academically and emotionally. I didn't realize how much stress he carried before we removed it, and that was one of the biggest confirmations that we made the right decision. Number 4, weather and mood. This is a massive difference. If you ever lived in Germany during winter, you know how dark it gets. 5 to 6 months of gray skies, dark at 4 to 3 p.m., and it really affects people's mood. In Crete, the southernmost island of Greece, we have around 300 sunny days per year. Yes, winter can be stormy and uncomfortable, but those days are limited. In between, the sun comes back, you get vitamin D, you go outside. And that changes behavior. People here sit outside for coffee, they talk, they socialize, life happens outside. Weather isn't just climate, it's culture. Community and social support, number 5. This might be one of the most emotional differences for me. In Germany, people are more private. Neighbors can live next to each other for years without really connecting. Here in Greece, community is part of daily life. You don't come home from work without someone giving you something. For example, last week lemons. Children's birthday feel like family events. Parents stay, teachers are invited. There's a feeling that you're not alone in raising your child. In Germany, we had structure. In Greece, we found community. Number 6, work culture and pace of life. Germany is very productivity driven, efficient, fast, structured. Your identity is often tied to your career. In Greece, work is important, but life is visible. People take time for coffee, conversations matter, family comes first. That doesn't mean Greeks aren't hardworking. I've met incredibly driven people here. But culturally, the rhythm is different. In Germany, work fits into time. In Greece, time fits around life. Again, that isn't about saying one is better. Germany gave me structure, discipline, stability. Greece gave me warmth, community, and space to breathe. And depending on what season of life you're in, you might value one more than the other. If you liked that video and you didn't subscribe yet, now is the time to subscribe our channel for more information, more insight in our daily life here on Crete. And maybe you're also from Germany, thinking about moving to Greece, and you have some questions about this topic, just drop your question into the comments and we will of course answer it for you. And yeah, we're very happy to help. So thank you for watching. See you next time.